Hello my dear friends, this is Grace and welcome to my channel. I am sharing with you the first batch of my latest 10 handmade cards, 1 homemade kit collection. And so I'm starting off with card number 1. So with this one, I used the purple cardstock as my, or purple card as my card base. And then I am just kind of going to do some kind of a diamond triangle effect with my pattern papers. I saw this in a video by Jennifer McGuire, but she used some stamps. But since I have pattern papers, that's what I was kind of hoping to do. And be honest with you, this card did not work out the way I had thought it would work out. So the triangles were just not matching, and I think it has something to do with because it's not a square, it's a rectangle, so you know that two sides would be different than the others, but then I just kind of cut them all and I didn't know how to fix it. So yeah, it's just not the way I had hoped it would be. Anyways, but it is what it is. I think as creators and paper crafters, I think we need to just kind of be okay when something does not work out the way we wanted it to be, and I'm okay with that. I think that's one of the things that I love about card making and scrapbooking is that if you make a mistake, then it's not like like apparel construction or even quilting or something like that, or even painting for that matter, if you make a mistake at something, you have to go back to zero. And so with these paper crafts, you don't really need to, because then you just kind of realize that it was a mistake or it's not the way you envision it, and just move on, and hopefully that you will be able to do it right however you saw it the next go around. So I'm totally fine with that. So here I'm just trying to kind of figure out how to make those triangles on the sides, because they're thinner and wider, but as you can see right there, it just didn't quite work out. But I'm gonna kind of finagle with this a little bit and then finally decide, you know what, it is what it is. I'm just gonna go with it, kind of do what I think would work best, and then move on. I do have to say that I love these papers, and I'm glad that I held on to them for a while, and then I'm also glad that I was able to finally use them up for this particular card set. And then I'm going to finish this off with just the give thanks paper block, which I found in one of the pattern papers. It's a cut apart sheet, and so I'm just going to put that in the center. I am going to mat that just so that it will stand out a little bit. I'm trying to audition if I'm going to use that silver or if I'm going to do the yellow, and I'm going to end up doing both of them, I think. Or maybe no, I'm just doing the yellow. I'm sorry if I'm kind of wishy-washy with what I'm saying here, because I would say it's been 2 weeks since I've created these cards, and so I've kind of forgotten what I've done, but we will just move on. I am going to ink up the edges with some tea dye ink, distress ink from Ranger, just to kind of make them all stand out, and then I'm going to finish it off with some of the pearls that I have. So I had two sets of pearls that I pulled out for this particular kit. But I will actually not be using the smaller one. I think it's because I've forgotten that I had it, and in the container that I put all of all of the supplies for this particular card kit, it kind of got lost, and so I've totally forgotten that I had that. So you will not really see me use the smaller pearls, but you will see me dive into the green bigger pearls from Doodlebug with almost all, if not all, of my cards for this particular card set. So if you are new to my channel, have not heard what this particular series is, basically I put together a card kit from my stash, and then I make 10 handmade cards focusing on just those products that I pulled. And this was inspired by all of the card kits that I see on YouTube, where they would have a specific card kit from a manufacturer or a store, and then they would make 10 cards with it. Now, I like the idea of making 10 cards with a kit, but I also know for me, I have a lot of supplies already in my scrap room, and so I decided instead of buying a kit, I would just make a kit on my own, and that has truly helped me pare down my stash. I think I've been doing this for the last, I think this is my second year now, so I and we're almost through with 2018, so I'm guessing I have done almost, if not 10 kits, maybe close to that, and it has really helped me. So going back to card number 2, this is pretty self-explanatory. I use a die cut to cut the kind of wood grain light gray paper that's on the back, and then I'm adding these papers that's from, I got it from Recollections, and I'm just, what did I say? Did I say flowers? No, I meant leaves. So I am using some leaves to have that autumn feel to it. And I'm just using 3 because they're pretty big, and as you can see, I'm kind of smushing them in close together so that they will fit my little 4 by 5.5 spot there. And then I had stamped and heat embossed this sentiment, and that's gonna go on the card over, like right underneath all of the leaves. And then I decided to kind of trim it a little bit so that it's a little bit smaller, and then I'm going to cut that into a notch. I am going to add that with some foam adhesive just so that it'll be raised, and also so because the stems of the leaves are pretty bulky, so I am going to make sure that I put fun foam in there because it's not going to be smooth when I adhere it anyways. So, and then I'm going to finish it off with some more of that pearls. I decided that instead of just adding the 4 big ones, I am also going to add 3 smaller ones, but gonna put it in 2 different spots. So that's card number 2. Now we go on to card number 3, and this one I wanted to use up some of that scrap paper from the angled card that I used, and I'm just going to be adhering that. And I also wanted to use some of the foil that I had pulled for this particular kit for this specific card, and it's just going to be an angle, and I did use a scallop die cut to use some of the leftover purple cardstock to create a scallop border. It's just a very small trim that's going to go on top of that. I thought that the purple looks really good with this kind of zigzaggy type of paper, and it matched the colors on there. So I don't have a laminator or a foil maker, whatever they use nowadays to adhere the foil, but I do have double-sided glue strips, or adhesive strips, I guess you should say. So that's what I'm going to be using here. I am going to adhere my 1/4-inch strip of adhesive, and then I'm going to put the foil on there, just making sure that I like the look of it. And then I'm going to, oh, before I do the foiling, because I wasn't sure how the foiling will react if I add some heat to my stamping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of figure out where my big sentiment things will be, and then I'm going to move some flowers around because that's going to be my finishing touch, or part of the finishing touches. And then I am going to heat emboss the sentiment. So there it is. And then now I'm ready to do the foiling because I know where the foiling is going to go now, and I don't have to add any heat to this particular card, so I can move forward. So basically what I do is I just put the double-sided adhesive and the foil sticks to the adhesive, and so I can just peel that off and the foil is now stuck to my card, which is super fun. And then to finish it off, I'm going to add some of the flowers here, the dimensional flowers that I had pulled out for this particular kit. And then I'm also going to be adding some pearls because why not, right? And so that's going to be card number 3. Okay, so moving on, I'm just going to share with you the final picture of the card, and now we are going to move on to the next card. Now this one also incorporates the angle, but I just wanted to use one pattern paper for this, and I've also pre-stamped and colored the little fox and also stamped and heat embossed the sentiment. I do that because it's kind of pretty self-explanatory to stamp and to color and also to emboss, and also the area where I emboss is actually not where I film, and so I have to do it in a different spot, and so you won't be able to see me anyways do that. So I'd rather just prepare those things before I turn on the camera. So with this one, again, it's a pretty simple card, but featuring the pattern papers. I really love these papers. I've said it before that I'm glad that I've kind of hoarded it. It's one of those things where I'm glad I kept it, but for the most part, I don't feel that way with a lot of my supplies. I feel like they're just paper, but this one, I don't know, the patterns on it and the colors were really cute, and so I'm glad that I held on to it. And I'm also glad that I was able to pull it out and use it for this card kit, because even though I love the papers, I don't think that they matter much if I don't make something with it. And so having them as kind of the focal point of the cards, the 10 cards that I've made for this particular video, that it just makes it even better, I should say. So the stamp, I used the stamp set that I got from Joann's, and it's just a few very generic card sentiment, and so I used the just because. And here I'm kind of thinking that the fox is really cute, but it was kind of getting lost, and so I needed something to kind of back it up. And I remember that I had a scrap of this pink paper. It is a pattern paper, but it has a very subtle design, and so I'm going to create an oval with that. The reason why I chose oval was because of the shape of the fox. I felt like if it's round, there was just going to be too much space on the side, and I really just wanted to back up the fox just to make it stand out. And so that's what I'm doing here. And for the oval, I used a Doris die cut, like a nesting die cut set that has 5 different sizes, and so that's what I did. Now I was thinking about maybe adding another angled piece of that pattern paper on the bottom, because there was a lot of yellow in there and I just felt like it wasn't balanced enough, but I kind of scrapped that idea because I also thought that the pink paper will cover that anyways, and so it really didn't matter if I put another piece there or not. And I decided to cut the right side of the sentiment strip at an angle, at a banner angle, that's what I'm trying to think, and then just have that little design there. And then I'm going to add the fox with some foam adhesive, and then also, of course, finishing touches is to add a few of the green pearls. I was trying to figure out where I'm going to stick it, and I decide to stick it around the oval in 2 different places. And I also added some shine to the fox by just using some Nuvo Glimmer pen. And then now we go on to the 5th card and the final card for this particular video. Now the other 5 cards will be in another process video. I try to divide it in half so that it's not too long for you guys to sit there and watch, and at the same time it won't be too hard for me to do the voiceover. So this card was initially going to be a horizontal card, but then trying to kind of create a sentiment to go on there, I didn't have enough room, so I turned it on its side and made it a vertical card instead. This one I just wanted to feature those really cool leaves, and I kind of wanted to do like a bunch of leaves. You know how like I think about like a cornucopia, and how like there are some autumn or fall elements that are combined and put in a bunch, and so that's kind of where I was thinking that was kind of the vision that I had in mind when I was putting this card together. And then I also heat embossed that thanks, and then pretty much that's gonna be it. I am going to kind of move around the curls of the ends of it just so that it will be even, because it only really, the curls of the end really just goes on one side, and so because that's part of the design that I'm creating here, I wanted it to have different go in both directions. Now I'm trying to decide which twine I wanted to use, and I ended up with a green one, kind of a moss green, to again coordinate with the autumn colors. And then I'm going to snip that, and that twine is just from American Crafts, and it's just a plain one. And then I'm going to adhere that onto the brown cardstock, and I really like how this turned out. I love the colors that the leaves created, and then the very simple heat embossed sentiment, and then it's on white, which makes it stand out even better against the brown. And then of course I cannot leave this alone without adding some finishing touches, and so I'm going to add some more of that green pearls, and then that's going to do it. I am going to show you a few more close-up pictures of the cards, and if you have any questions, make sure that you leave it in the comment section below. And if you like these videos, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next go around. Bye.